Adam, what else is happening around Tar Heel athletics this weekend?
Well, as we know, as we've established, we are recording before women's basketball travels over to NC State in what should be a hot one on Thursday night.
So Courtney Banghart made some comments a couple years ago that probably weren't the best comments to make in public. And State just won't let it go.
No. Not just their fans, but
yeah.
Wes Morris talked about it this week, who's their coach. Yeah, you can't give them any nuggets because they will never let them go.
Well, we don't know what happened, but I hope the Tar Heels won the game. That's my official position.
Seconded.
Yeah.
Then stuff that's still yet to come this weekend. Not a ton going on in Chapel Hill. Track goes up to the Doc Hale Challenge in Blacksburg. Gymnastics on the road at Pitt. That's tonight at 7:30. You can stream that on ACC Network Extra. Then, of course, Saturday you've got the basketball game, but also you've got men's tennis going up to Illinois, the team that just beat the Tar Heels this past weekend in a very close match. Carolina looking for some revenge. And then on Sunday, women's basketball hosts Virginia Tech. That's the only other thing in Chapel Hill this weekend. That's the Play for K game, so there'll be pink T-shirts.
And Virginia Tech, Final Four team a year ago. Did they win the ACC? Did they win the ACC last year, the ACC tournament?
Was last year the year they beat the Tar Heels on that crazy
they beat Carolina. They have beaten Carolina multiple times here recently, in the final moments. And so that'll be an intense game. Elizabeth Kitley? Is that her name? Yeah, really good post player for Virginia Tech, who's a veteran player.
Ralph Kitley's daughter.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think so. I could have just made that
We're
up.
just making it women's basketball corner
right
here at Carolina. But anyway, as we said on Tuesday, those are two tough games and two games that are going to be very impactful in the ACC standings because those are all three of those teams involved are in the top 4 or 5 right now in the ACC. So those are big games for women's basketball this week.
That game's at noon. So if you're in Chapel Hill, you can go. If you're not local, it's on ESPN2. But if you're coming into town for the game on Saturday, why not stay and go on Sunday at noon?
Adam, I'm just now thinking I might go to that game. Okay. I'm just now thinking that.
As of this moment, tickets are available. So you might want to jump on that. I wouldn't wait till Sunday at 11:30. I know you won't.
Adam, I'll figure out a way in.
Carolina radio, Matt Krause will be like, what you talking about?
Yeah, here's my credential. Sir, that's a football credential? Yes, thank you. Please move aside.
That's right. You're very astute. Yes. Where's your front row? Brian Chacos, slide down.
Put that, first of all, Brian Chacos, turn the hat around forward. And second of all, get out of your seat. I'm going to sit there.
Have you seen the fans who changed their jerseys at the women's game to match who's on the court?
No, but I like that. That's some dedication.
Maybe they're pod listeners.
Great
I don't know.
Student support for women's basketball. They've done a great job coming out for the home games for women's basketball. Great job, student Tar Heels.
I think it's on that the Chacos side of the court, which is how I think of it.
These are students who do this?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's not students.
I
thought you were talking about those dudes who sit in the front row all the time, like in the student section.
I don't think so. I think they're not old fans, but they're older than student fans, I think. And as the Tar Heels make subs, they change the jerseys they're wearing to match the 5 that are on the court.
I kind of like that. Nice little tradition.
That's cool. You got to be locked in.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps you in tune in what's happening. It'd have been hard to do if you were a Georgia Tech fan in that game the other night. They ran so many dudes out there.
Does anybody have a number 4 jersey?
Carolina played like 9 guys or something, and they were 3 or 4 fewer than Georgia Tech did.
You would have had been hand making them over there.
Yeah. By the way, this has nothing to do with anything. I almost wore that exact same shirt today.
I'm glad you did.
I mean, it was close. I had it out and ready to put on, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go QZ today instead.
We would have gotten a lot of flack because that one day that we looked semi-twinish, we got a lot of comments.
It would have been straight match, yeah.
Well, here's the problem. We have a lot of similar things because we do similar jobs.
Yeah.
And once you've eliminated all things from your wardrobe other than Tar Heel stuff, that only leaves a finite amount.
Pretty much is my wardrobe at this point.
That reminds me of something that I forgot. Speaking of wardrobe. But let's first say that women's golf is at the UCF Challenge this weekend, starting on Sunday. That's in Orlando. That'll be a fun trip.
Really? Already time for golf?
Women's golf, opening up.
Go get it, Amy Neff.
UCF Challenge Day 1.